Abod Shelters' mission is to provide safe, sustainable, and humane housing. In September 2014, the South African Abod Shelters manufacturers and the project coordinator from the U.S. traveled to an area in the southern part of Zambia. They met a small group from Intel and a gentleman from Hoops of Hope. They stayed in a field house through World Vision. The objectives were to improve the living accommodations of the children and update the technology on the campus of a school that was started in 2007. It's the only high school in the Kalamo district in a southern isolated village of Twachiyanda, Zambia. Kelly Sims' husband, Johnathan, who worked for World Vision, passed away from a stroke in 2005. Wanting her husband's legacy to live on through his passion of supporting children and education, the vision for a needed high school began. Kelly had a project in mind, but needed funding to make it happen. Kelly was introduced to a young man, Austin Gutvine, who started a nonprofit called Hoops of Hope at the age of 9. Austin felt God calling him to do something to help orphaned children. He decided to shoot free throws on World AIDS Day, representing the kids who would be orphaned during his day at school. Over the past 9 years, Austin's efforts have turned into the largest free throw marathon in the world. Having similar goals in mind, Hoops of Hope offered to fund the school project. They both collaborated with World Vision to use the resources and people needed in Zambia to make the project happen. In remote areas of Zambia, there are very few secondary schools to provide education to children 10th through 12th grade. There are several basic schools, but children often have no opportunity to further their education once they complete 7th grade. With the goal of providing a secondary school to an area in need, a location was determined, and in 2007, 2 buildings were built to be used as classrooms. The school was called Johnathan Sim Chikanta Secondary School and is the only secondary school in a 70-mile area. 50 students started attending initially, and after hearing the kids were spending the night on the classroom floors because it was too far to walk home each night, Hoops of Hope built 4 dormitories in 2010 to house them. By this time, there were over 100 students attending the school. Hoops of Hope, working in collaboration with Intel, returned in 2011 and, utilizing a shipping container, built the school a state-of-the-art computer lab. Since then, more dormitories and housing have been built to house the students and teachers. The biggest challenges were the time that it took to build the housing as well as the expense. During a conversation, Austin's father, Dan Gutvine, with Intel and who leads Hoops of Hope, met the marketing director for Abod Shelters, Ginny Shiverdecker. The idea of utilizing affordable and simple-to-build abode shelters for dormitories was sparked. Dan introduced Abod Shelters to World Vision, and 3 were approved to be built at the school to help with the overcrowding in the girls' dormitories. J.P. Parks, project manager with Intel and a good friend of Hoops of Hope, recommended Abod Shelters to the Ministry of Education in Zambia with the purpose of gaining their approval to build these unique structures. He communicated that the project could be used as a prototype and then more could be built if there was interest. Approvals of the project were made shortly thereafter. The morning the small group of travelers arrived at the school, a welcome presentation was given by the headmaster, Mr. Kanjambo. He shared that there were over 400 students currently attending the school. He stressed the need of housing for both girls and teachers. They currently are housing over 100 girls in a dormitory built for 50. Each bunk bed has 4 girls sleeping on it. The mattresses are twin size, and the 2 girls on each mattress are from 16 to 21 years of age. They also have 20 teachers and homes for 13, resulting in the teachers sharing homes with one another, with some having families. Introductions were made between the small group and the school's teachers. J.P. Park shared the goals of what the small group were going to accomplish. Build 3 abode shelters to be used as girls' dormitories, update technology in the computer lab, and instruct the teachers and students on how to use it, increase the Wi-Fi capabilities across the entire campus. After the presentation, the group immediately went to work. Once the manufacturers began, there was a constant stream of visitors coming to look at the new housing. The government officials, Ministry of Education, parents, and teachers were very impressed with the building materials, as well as the windows that could be opened but still prevent mosquitoes and other bugs from entering. The students were very excited to have this unique new housing.
Welcome to Abod South Africa. We're in Zambia at the moment, and we're building 3 abodes for 24 youngsters, women, and we're going to be housing 8 of them into the new abode. For each of the abodes we've installed privacy curtains, mosquito netting, so that there's enough air ventilation if they go to bed at night and not worry about all the creepy crawlies creeping into their beds.
Our vision for the abode is to bring comfort and a new lifestyle and dignity back to people and to these girls. They're sleeping 2 on a bed. It's heartbreaking. They're already grown up. We would like to move them into abodes so each can have their own bed, space for their luggage, comfort, water, light, everything that we take for granted. So I believe that God brought this on our road to help people and to change Africa's standard of living. The abode that we're putting up has been estimated to be 1/10 of the price of the housing that's currently here, and it's taking not even a day to put it up, which is just amazing compared to 4 months or 5 months of building a dormitory. So we really hope that this will just fire into Africa and people will see how effective and how quick a comfortable lifestyle can be created.
Chief Chikanta, the chief of the Kalamo district and president of the House of Chiefs, is very well known all over Zambia. He's very influential and well respected across the country. He is very proud of the fact that they have the best computer lab in all of Zambia. Thanks to Intel, they have equipment that no one else in the area has. He is now very excited to have the unique abode shelters used as dormitory housing for the girls. In addition to the main school structure that include offices and larger rooms used for teaching and meetings, the campus has several other important features. Besides the solar-run computer lab, there are several classrooms, boys and girls dormitory housing, teacher housing, a small tuck shop that sells a few necessary or hygiene items, an outdoor kitchen where the students pick up their food and then go to the cafeteria to eat. There is a large garden that the students take care of, several large water containers that are refilled daily promoting good hand washing, bathroom buildings, and 3 nearby boreholes used for water by the school and the surrounding community. On the last day of the Abod Shelters build, there was a huge celebration in which people came from all over the chiefdom to attend. The ribbon cutting took place and excitement spread as the new dormitories were introduced. Solar panels were attached to the roof that powered 2 inside lights and a fan. The solar could also be used to charge cell phones or run a small refrigerator if needed. Privacy curtains were provided, as well as a full-length mirror and a laundry line for each dormitory. Each dormitory will sleep 12 girls very comfortably.